Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, when they were in that state, they needed guidance. And because it was ordained for them to rule, because they wasn't put on the planet for no purpose, they were put here to rule us for a period. So we sent them a man named Moses. And because they were Caucasian, we knew they weren't going to accept no black man. So some of their brothers and sisters stayed back with us in Mecca, in Arabia. So we made a man, partly from them and partly from us, to give the color that looked like them. So we sent a very fair-skinned brother known as Musa down into the caves to civilize them. Because this kind of man who's living like this needs some civilization. Are you hearing me? This man needed some civilization. So we in our kindness, in our responsibility to the human family as a whole, we sent them a brother. One of our brothers, looking like them. And when our original. And when our brother went down there and found these people, he didn't even want the damn job. He was like, what kind of thing this? And I said, the man didn't want the job. He saw people in a cave. But he came from the highest levels of civilization. Wow. It's like if you live in Knightsbridge, you live in Hampstead, you live in Buckinghamshire, and someone's going to drop you on an estate in London, in Harlesden or New Cross or something. You're like, my God, that's how them people you live. You're going up the stairs, you can smell urine. You jumping in the lift, you can see defecation and regurgitation in the lift. You're like, take me back to Hampstead. Take me back to Knightsbridge. Drop me back on the King's Road, damn it. Take a heck of a thing to self-stain overnight on Stonebridge Estate if all you're used to is the Bishop's Avenue. Are you hearing me? Take a lot. And when Moses first saw Stonebridge of Europe, he said, take me back to Knightsbridge, man. And our scientists had to compel him, no, you have to go down there. And when he saw all these dead carcasses where they had killed animals and left the remains of the animals, the remains of their own dead was in the same area where they slept. They tried to clean it up and it wasn't sufficient. So he went back to his senders and they decided to make a creature that would help him in the process of cleaning up first the environment. So we produce what's known today as a pig. Our genetic engineers crossbred the cat with the rat with the dog and created a pig and gave that to Moses to go and help to clean up the immediate environment of Margaret Thatcher's people, of David Cameron's people, of Queen Elizabeth's people. You didn't hear me? Of Ed Miliband's people. Their ancestors, we sent them a pig to eat up all the dead flesh to cleanse their environment. And they were so savage they wanted to eat Moses. And Moses had to sleep at night in a ring of fire. I ain't making mockery. Because savages hate fire. And the fire would allow him to get a night's rest. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Musa. We sent Musa to civilize the devil. So when you read the scripture of the Bible, in the book of John it says, and as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. Wow. So who was this serpent that Moses lifted up in the wilderness. It wasn't in Egypt that Moses did his work.
Right.
Moses did his work right here in Europe. What is the meaning of Europe? Where did that word come from?
Right.
EU means what? And rope was the rope to bind in Caucasian people. We didn't want them among us. Why? Because they were mischievous. They were liars. They were backbiters. They were divisive.
Yes, sir.
And they caused the righteous, the black family, to argue with each other. We didn't have time to argue. We were creative. Huh? We'll get to it. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir. Teaching, brother.
Now, check this out.